Growth operating is a lie. Everything you've been told about growth operating and partnering with creators and making school groups, all of it is a lie, and it simply does not work. Now, I'm gonna explain to you exactly why I'm telling you this, why it does not work, and also how you can get it to work, or at least a version of the business model that does work, because creating school groups, creating communities, honestly in general, it's not the best way to go about this business model. There's a lot of better ways to do it. I'm gonna explain it to you. So right now I'm in Dubai, as you guys can see. I've been in Dubai for around a week now, and I'm a full-time growth operator, if you want to call it that. I hate calling it growth operating because it's really not growth operating, it sucks. I just hate the word growth operating. Okay, so who am I? Why am I qualified to tell you that this business model does not work? Why am I qualified to tell you what version of this business model does work? So long story short, I've been doing this for about 6 years now. I have not been doing what I'm about to explain to you guys for 6 years. I've been doing it for about 2 years. But I started in the Discord space, making Discord communities around 6 years ago. I was already 14 years old. I'm 20 years old now. I was 14 years old. I started in the Discord space. I started with something called cook groups, which is basically like a Discord group. People buy monthly access, and you give them information on like sneaker releases, and then they could resell the shoes. That's, very, oh, there's a cat. You guys see that? So sick. Anyhow, that's a very summed up version of it. Anyhow, where was I? So yeah, I was in the Discord space, and then I kind of navigated around 2 years ago into working with specifically creators. So essentially what I do is I partner with creators. They already have hundreds of thousands, maybe even millions of followers. I partner with them, I take their audience, and I help them sell info products. Usually high ticket mentorship, and then maybe some sort of low ticket community. That's all I do, and I utilize their audience is ready to buy from them, and I simply manage all the back-end systems. I run the entire back-end. Okay, so let me cut to the chase. Why are so many people doing this business model wrong? Why are so many people failing with it? Why is it not working? So the number one reason I see people fail with this business model is actually comes down to something very simple. They're chasing quantity over quality. The key with this business model is to look at every single relationship you have with these creators as a business partner. You're working with them as a business partner. I don't work with more than 2 to 3 creators per month. I'm very selective with who I work with. I only work with big creators I know are gonna make a lot of money. But most importantly, like, you have to be on calls with these people every single day. You have to be running it like a proper partnership, where you discuss ideas, you discuss how to launch it, you launch it together. Like, you are running it like a real proper partnership. That's what you need to understand. And the biggest thing that people are doing wrong and failing with is they're trying to make these school groups, they're trying to mass outreach to all these creators, they're trying to get them on monthly retainers. Guys, it's extremely simple. All you need to do is partner with 1, 2, maybe even 3 creators. I would not do more than 3 creators per month. You work with them one-on-one. You launch an offer with them. You work closely with them as a business partner, and you don't make them some shitty school group. You help them sell one-on-one mentorship at the start, and then you can sell some sort of low-ticket community in the back end. I'm about to get in depth on what I mean by that, but all this school group nonsense, make a school group, mass promote, get all these creators on monthly retainers, none of it works because you're running it like an agency, and these creators see right through that bullshit. They want a partner, someone that's gonna work with them, help them run the entire backend so they can focus on marketing, and both of you can make a shit ton of money. Okay, so you guys know what not to do. You guys know what does not work, making these school groups, partnering at mass, that sort of thing. You know it doesn't work. I just told you what does work. It's partnering with a couple people, taking them very, very seriously, running it up like a proper partnership. That is what works. But how do you actually apply that? How do you start to get these creators? How do you start partnering with them? How do you run them up? Let me explain. Does outreach work? The short answer is yes. And I know you guys are probably surprised to hear me say that, because that's like the whole version of growth operating everyone talks about, is do outreach, 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 message all these creators, and I kind of just shit on that version of the business model. It does work, but there's one key component that everyone's missing. Okay, people are messaging on Instagram, they're messaging on all these platforms, they're focused so on the message that they forget they have no fucking profile picture, their account looks like shit. That's the most important thing when it comes to outreach, is your account. It's not the outreach message, it's the account you're sending from. Let me tell you the best outreach message to send. The best kind of message is one that does not show them you're outreaching to them. You're not trying to sell them on something. That's the best kind of message, okay? When you have a nice looking profile and they can see it's nice, they can see it's clearly centered around this business model, when they see your DM, they're probably gonna open it, and they're especially gonna open it if you use my first line. All I ask them is, do you have one-on-one mentorship? That's all I ask these creators. I ask that one question because they're gonna answer it, and it leads perfectly into the pitch, okay? Whether they do, whether they don't, I'm gonna reply back, explain my services, and wanna get on a call, wanna send them over a video. By the way, I'm sweating my ass off here. It's so fucking hot in Dubai. But It's as simple as that. You send a message, you get in, but your profile is the most important, much more important than the message itself. Okay, now what service are you actually providing? Why do these creators want to partner with you? Why do they need to partner with you? What are you providing that's so valuable where you can take such a high percentage of their business? Let me explain it in the best way I can. You are simply taking everything off their back. You're handling the fulfillment side, the funnels, the entire back end, structuring their offers, helping them launch their offers. You're doing as much as you possibly can so that they can focus entirely on marketing, keeping their content going. That's the whole point of this business model. You're partnering with people that already have the marketing down. They already have a following. That's the hardest part of any business, guys, and it's done. You just partner with them and you focus on setting everything else up, keeping the back end running, maintaining that. It's as simple as that, and then they do all the marketing. So if you're handling all the back end, all their systems, funnels, everything like that, what do you charge them, okay? So here's what I do. I usually take around 25 to 30% revenue. That's it, plain and simple, 25 to 30% revenue. That's my cut for handling absolutely everything. I see a lot of people try and charge monthly retainers or they try and charge high upfronts. If anything, I very rarely charge a monthly retainer, but if anything, I might charge a little upfront, like $1,000 to $2,000, just to have them invested in it so they want to get it pushing, get it moving as quickly as possible, because a lot of these creators do end up getting lazy or something like that, something along those lines. So if they invest $1 or $2 grand up front, usually it solves that problem and it has them involved. It's not even about making $1 or $2 grand. It's literally just the fact that they put money in, so now they're invested in it and they want to get it going as fast as possible to see a return. Now, that leads to my next biggest game drop that I haven't seen anyone talking about, and I'm about to sauce you guys the fuck up. This is what you need to start doing. If you find a creator that you think may do well, what you need to do is very simple. You need to run a test on their account. All you have to do is have them post an Instagram story with like a type form or some sort of application for one-on-one mentorship. Now, when you post the type form, when you post the application, all you're looking for is to see how many qualified leads they have from something as simple as an Instagram story. If they have a lot and you can message them and you can close them and you can close at least 10K in the first week, that's usually my target. So if I can close at least $10,000 in high ticket mentorship revenue, which realistically is only 2 or 3 customers, since you're selling a product that's 3-4 grand, and literally all they have to do for this is do one-on-ones, so literally hop on calls with them, that's the entire product. If you can sell 10K in the first week, that's my qualifications for someone I'll work with. If they can do that, first of all, let me explain what this does. A, it makes the closing 10 times easier. They don't have to make any obligations until you've made them money. On top of that, after you just made 10 grand, you can easily charge 5 to 10K upfront if you want to, because, oh my gosh, you just made them all this money. You need to see, from their perspective, they've never made this kind of money from their social media account, and then you just gifted them with this. They're gonna wanna continue working with you. You can get a way higher rev share upfront, whatever you want. Like, they're literally your bitch after this. And the most important thing is it's saving you time. Now you're only working with people now that you know are qualified. You know they just made money. So before you go through setting up all the funnels, landing pages, everything in the back end, before you do any of that, you already know it's a winning client and it's gonna make money. You just skipped all the process. If you started by doing that and then you launched it and then it made no money, you just wasted all that time on calls, setting everything up. You just slaved away all that time for absolutely nothing. But if you run this test, you get way more percent, you get a way higher percent, you get an upfront, you get more money in both of your pockets, and it's just a win-win for everyone because you know you can run it up now and no time will be wasted. Guys, I wanna say real quick too, I'm not going fully in depth on everything in this video, obviously, but I have a full 40-minute free course video on my YouTube. If you wanna check it out, feel free to check it out. I'll link it on this video. Full in-depth course. I literally go over exactly how I do exactly what I do, and it's really not super complicated. It's only 40 minutes long, and I cover most of the material when it comes to this business model. So I'm telling you guys, hop on. So I'm at the point with this business model now where I have dozens of creators that DM me every single month that are unqualified in my eyes, because I'm seriously only working with 2 or 3 clients a month. Obviously, when you're doing almost 100K a month like I am, you have to be very picky with who you work with for it to be worth your time. So I have all these creators in my DMs that I can close and I can get on rev share deals, but I simply don't have the time to run them up. And that's also why I tell you guys, you should really only work with 2 or 3 creators per month. No more than that, because you really have to put time into this. This is not like a super outsourceable business model. Obviously, once it's launched and everything, it's pretty outsourceable, but actually launching it, talking to the creators, that sort of thing, you don't outsource that. You're doing that yourself, and it's a lot of work. It's a lot of time. So I just opened a partnership program about 2 months ago, where essentially I have all these excess creators. I'll close them, do all the heavy lifting on that side, and then I just need someone like you to run them up and actually handle the entire back end. I take a percent, you take a percent, I charge an upfront as well, and it's as simple as that. I will literally hand you a creator, guaranteed. I'll literally just take one, give it to you, and help you run them up, and I'm taking a percent, you're taking a percent, and we both make a ton of money. So if you've been trying with this business model, if you find it hard to get a creator, which really is the hardest part, once you get one, running up the back end, launching the offers, it's just printing money. It's not super difficult. So if you guys have been having trouble getting a creator or anything like that, I have a type form linked down below where you can apply. Again, this is not free, but you can apply, and if you're qualified, if I think you'd be a good fit, I'm gonna hop on a call with you and we'll see if we can potentially partner up. But I literally just have these creators sitting around that I need to give to people to run up. So if you're interested, again, fill out the type form below, a guaranteed creator. I will literally give you a creator, come on all the calls with you and the creator, and we'll run them up together as a partnership. So yeah, the type form is linked down below. Feel free to apply. And guys, if you liked the value in this video, if you got value, be sure to subscribe, comment any questions you have. I'm sweating my balls off, so I'm gonna wrap this video up. But subscribe, feel free to check out the free course too. Again, it's like 40 minutes long, super valuable. And hit me on Instagram if you have any questions, @Dustin Verano. I respond to all my DMs, so just hit me up there and I'll help you out.